Hello everybody, welcome back to Student Budgets. In today's video we're going to be doing our week 3 check-in for the month of November. If I just switch my booklet over here, you could see that we're pretty much halfway through this booklet, so we're going to go from Saturday the 15th to Friday the 21st. How are we all doing? I am getting a bit ill, I'll be honest. You know, like when you wake up and you just go, oh god, here we go again. That's kind of whereabouts I'm at. I'm looking for a pen. I had a pen before and I don't have one. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, where the fuck are these pens? Because I keep chucking them in my bag when I go out during the day. I'm just gonna have to use a different colour, guys. I apologise in advance. So first of all, on the Saturday we had a no spend day, which was good. I pretty much just did work all day. I filmed a check-in, did work, and then went to work. So I did uni work and then I did actual work. On the Sunday we had a Domino's pizza with I'm a Celeb starting. Everyone wanted one and I thought fine, I'll get one. So I got a meal deal thing and that was 16. So it didn't even come with a drink, which was quite disappointing, but thankfully I had my own. On the Monday I had a no spend, which was good because this week was quite the expensive week. I'm just going to move my binder slightly just so I can move this up a bit, because obviously so you can see it better. So on the Tuesday I first of all did a little grocery shop because I just needed some bits in, and that came to £7.75. I think that basically was, I really can't remember what it was. It was just random little bits. And then I think I had to buy some milk. I've got to be honest, this week I've had to go grocery shopping that many times because I've just used that much milk because it's been so cold. It snowed this week, it's been icy, it's been like -2 degrees, so I've been using that much milk for what I have in my tea. So I've had to buy quite a lot this week. I also spent some money for this Monday. I'm going to see Wicked this Monday, but basically we booked the tickets on the Tuesday, so that came out at £8.50 per person, because I wanted to have a recliner, and I'm not that sad about that. I'd rather have a recliner. On the Wednesday I went to the gym in the morning, and I did then on the way back spend a little bit of money. It was snowing and it was so icy, and you know when you just really fancy something, and I was really craving like a shepherd's pie. Now unfortunately at the shop they didn't have any, but they did have a cottage pie, so I got that and it was quite nice. That was £1.95, so I took it from my spending money. I did also buy a bit on Etsy from Ira. Now this thankfully is both budgeted. So first of all I spent £30 from Christmas. That is for the gift to myself. I bought the Secret Santa, and I also spent £30.99 on getting my new planner for 2026 because I love Ira's budget planners. So I just got the value version because I want to give that a try, and I bought some stickers as well for it. You can probably tell my voice, I'm not feeling too great and I've got so much to do today, but it's fine. And that is going to come from my cash stuffing. So basically when I finished 2 challenges recently, they're 2 little ones. So the Descartes challenge that I finished about a month and a half ago had £20 in, and then I'm going to basically just take the other 10 from the small challenge as well. On the Thursday we had an extremely spendy day. Once again it was absolutely freezing and I didn't want to have to go out, but I did have to. I needed to go to the library first of all because I needed to print off some work. I needed to print off my reading list because basically I like to when I do an essay I like to make a reading list and write everything down from it, and then analyze it on the sheet and then I like to print it off because otherwise there's too much going on. So I had to spend some money on getting printer credits. So that's going to come from my study supplies, and that is £2. The minimum I could put on was £1, but I thought, well, I'll probably end up needing it more, so I'll put 2 on. I also spent a little bit of money on from my spending. I spent £1.40 at Greggs, and I also got a freebie at Greggs because I had the app, which was good. Let's have a look. What else did I do? I spent £6 on household. One of my friends went shopping, and I basically said to them, I'll pay for something particular. Because they bought it the last time, and so I sent them the money for that. My YouTube subscription, the free 3-month trial as a student finally ended, and I am happy enough to continue with it because I can't deal with it. It's so funny when, like, for example, if I'm on this account doesn't have it, and the frustration I get when I have to watch an advert, it's not good. And I also did, again, spend a little bit of money on groceries. I was going to take this from my spending. However, because I'm really ill today, I know I'm not going to go grocery shopping today. So realistically, I'm not going to do another big grocery shop till December. So I was like, well, I don't mind then. And then on the Friday, we had I've just realised I put £5. I put £0, sorry, there. On the Friday, we had another no spending, which was brilliant. This week, I will be honest, as much as these days have been quite spendy, I've been in the house quite a lot because it's just been so cold and I didn't want to have to brave it because I just didn't. And now I'm ill, so great. So I'm just going to quickly do my weekly check-in on here. So we have our week 3. Which you can't really read as well. So we've got groceries, we've got spending, we've got out, and we have travel. So in terms of groceries this week, we opened up with £18.60. And I added nothing more to that. How much did we spend in terms of groceries this week? So we spent £7.75. Add £5. So we spent £12.75 this week. So it's probably a good thing that I don't need to go grocery shopping. And then that leaves me with £5.85, which should be enough to last us the final week of the month. My spending money, I opened up with 0 and I stuffed £7.50. This week we spent, let me have a look, £1.95. Add £1.40, £3.35. So if I take that away from £7.50, that leaves me with £4.15, which I'll be popping into my penny challenge. Out, we started off with 80p. Technically, I'm going to take the cinema from out. So we stuff nothing. We spent £8.50. So that would leave us with a minus £7 and 70p, yeah. And travel, we had £2.91. I stuffed nothing, I spent nothing, and that leaves us with £2.91. So that is that all done there, which isn't too bad at all. So first of all, what I need to do is I'm going to just quickly get out my little, if I can find it, my little purse. Basically, if I spent on my card, I put the cash in here that I would have used for it. Because it's just easier. So first of all, with my spending money, I spent all that on my card, so I need to take out £4.15 from in here, and I don't actually know what I've got available. Okay, so I haven't got much available. So in that case, I'm going to take some, I feel like I should have had more than that, but it's fine. So I'm going to quickly just go into my binder in here first of all, because we need to take out some money. So study supplies, I need to take £2 out of, and perfectly enough, I have pound coins, so that makes my life nice and easy. And household, I need to take out £6. So if I take out, how do I want to do this? The tenner, and pop £4 in. So 2, 20, 40, 60, 80. Oh, I haven't got enough. Okay, how do I want to do this then? I suppose I could take the money out of here, out of my little spending challenge, because it has a fiver in, which is what I'm trying to get out, the fiver. And then I'll take some pound coins out. So we'll take 1, 2, oh, this is so heavy, 3, 4, 50, and 5. And then I will swap that with a tenner. So I'll take the tenner and I'll add it to this little collection of tenners that I've got in my penny challenge. Right, then that should be better now. So let's take the tenner out and then we can pop £4 in. Actually, what I'll do is I'll take 11 out and then pop a fiver in. That makes it a little bit easier in the household area. Self-care, nothing needs to come out, but I will be taking something out next week from there. And treats, I'm going to take out £10 because from the Domino's. Because that's the money I'm taking out from there. And then that does mean obviously we're going to have a little bit of an unbudgeted there. But assuming that I don't really spend much else of particular areas, I might just take it from there depending. Do I need to take anything else out this week? I know I've got so much to take out. Let's have a look. No, lovely. So we're going to go into here then, into my little penny challenge, and we need to give myself £4.15. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, 10, and 15. So I'm going to pop that straight into my penny challenge. So there it goes. That will get a little count up shortly. And let's have a look. Where have I put my calculator? Here it is. So £4.15. We can get rid of the final one here on this row. So that's 3.42. And that leaves us with 73p, which I can see. It's right there. So that's that all done for this week. It was a little bit of a longer video. It was also a bit of a messy video, but that's sometimes just the way that cash stuffing can be, can't it? It's not always going to be a neat process. Sometimes it is going to be a bit messy, especially when I haven't got much cash out at the moment. I think next month I might do a bit more of a cash budget because it's easier. So I'll pop that just away in there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish off the recording. I'm going to pop this back in. So without further ado, that is the end of today's video. Thanks all so much for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed it. And apologies about my voice. If you did, feel free to give it a like, comment and subscribe. Let me know how your week went. I love reading about it. Hopefully it was a little bit less spendier than mine. And with that, I'll hopefully see you in the next one. And take care. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, check out the videos below and remember to subscribe. Thank you.